This is Hayden from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by WBC World Champion Skye Nicolson. Skye, how are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you.
That's good to hear. So obviously we're here in Leeds for the Josh Taylor-Jack Catterall weigh-in. How do you sort of see it going on Saturday?
I've just said in every interview today, but yesterday I was very comfortable saying I see Catterall winning the fight almost comfortably. But I trained alongside Josh Taylor in the gym yesterday. I thought he was going to be struggling with the weight. He was happy, he was laughing, he was singing and dancing. I won't be surprised if Josh Taylor wins tomorrow night.
So then obviously on to you, you just came off a massive performance in Vegas, was it? Where you beat Serrano to win the WBC World title. What do you think's next for you?
I know what's next for me. I've got a voluntary defence in mid-July. Then we've got a mandatory defence probably just after the summer. So yeah, my next two fights are good fights, defending the belt, and then we can start looking at hopefully unification bouts depending on what Serrano does with the other belts in the division.
Can you say anything on those fights?
My next fight is locked in. It's a South American opponent. She's known to be a puncher. She's got a high KO ratio, but there will be a fight announcement probably next week.
Okay, so then one thing I wanted to ask you, obviously, you've been very vocal about wanting to fight Amanda Serrano. She's fighting Katie Taylor on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard in, is it Dallas, at the AT&T Stadium. What's your sort of overall thoughts on that, and Amanda going up and fighting instead of staying down and obviously defending?
Yeah, I mean, you see in the women's boxing the girls do change through the weights a lot more than obviously the men do for those big fights and those household name fights. So I understand the move, but I think super lightweight might be a little bit too much weight for Serrano. She's not a huge featherweight as it is, so it's a lot of weight to be fighting arguably pound for pound number one female in the world. So for me, I think that's definitely favourable for Katie. I think the 2-minute rounds is favourable for Katie as well. I think we see a more convincing win from Katie in this fight, in the rematch, than we did in the first fight.
You still want the Amanda Serrano fight?
Of course I do. While she's got the belts, that's the fight I want. That's the big fight in my division. That's the only fight I should be chasing. It's the only fight I want. But I can only control what I can control. So for now, it's beating who they put in front of me and trying to keep building my profile so I can be a big name that's more enticing for Serrano to potentially look at taking the fight.
100%. And then lastly from me, where do you sort of see yourself at the end of the year? Obviously this year you became WBC World Champion back in April. Like you say, you've got potentially 2 fights, one in July, and I'm not 100% sure where you said the second one would be October. Where do you sort of see yourself at the end of the year? Do you think you want to pick up another title? Where do you sort of want to see yourself at the end of the year?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to hopefully get in a unification fight before the end of the year. I'll definitely still be WBC World Champion, but hopefully there's been some kind of movement with the belts by then. If it's not the Serrano fight, hopefully there is another champion that I could potentially fight in a unification fight to see out 2024.
100%. Best of luck with your next fight.
Thank
you very much
Thanks
for your
a
time.
lot.
Cheers.